Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorials brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in with today's poster. I want us to know how to create a GIF of a bouncing ball. We're going to start with the animation. You have to have the pictures preset before you start. So in this case, I have a whole series of photos here of the bouncing ball. And this was recreated in Elements separately. So you can see the ball starts up high, comes down a little bit, and then bounces on the bottom, comes back up. This is a series of 12 frames. The important thing is that every frame is the exact same size so that the animation can work properly. Now let's start by grabbing all these. We'll put a little box around all of these to make sure that they're all highlighted, and start with number 1, left click and drag all these, and you can see it says 12 copies, 12 separate files. I'm going to let go, and that will put them in order up here. If they come in out of order, all you have to do is like number 11, I could drag this to the right side of 12, replaces it in a different order. So now what we want to do is bring all of these into a single file. So we're going to drag number 2 into 1, number 3 into 1, number 4 into 1, and so on and so forth. Let's go to number 2 and then grab this file and drag it up with the left mouse button into number 1, come down and let go, and you'll see it pops into place. Now we can close out number 2. Do the same thing as 3, click on 3, drag that up here, bring it back down, let go, and boom, it pops into place. Close number 3 and continue doing the rest with all of them. And finally we go to our 12th one and drag that into our file number 1, let go, and I can close that out. Now, not all animations will have 12 separate frames. Some of them might just have 3 or 4. This one just happens to have 12 to make the ball look a little bit better. Now you see they came in out of order, and that's okay because all you have to do is left click and drag these into order. So let's put these 1 through 12 in the proper order. I'll bring 2 up, bring 3 up under 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the original one we can call that either 1 or 12. So I'm going to unlock it, I'll right click and rename it to layer 12. And now we got these in the proper order, and you can see by their little thumbnails that it's in the proper order. So now that we've got these all in proper order, all we have to do is save it as a GIF. So we come up here and go to File and Save for Web instead of Save As. And up here where it normally says JPEG, we want to change that to a GIF. So come back down here and choose GIF. There's a couple parameters here that we want to change. Do we want it transparent? In our case, we're going to say no because we already have a white background. So I'm going to turn transparency off. Next thing you want to make sure is that we animate. So we click on animation. Now, do you want to animate it once or do you want it to loop? Let's go ahead and tell it to loop forever. And the frame delay is set to 0.02, which is great for this tutorial. And we're going to go ahead and save. It's going to ask us what we want to save it as. We'll call this ball animation GIF. And hit save. And all we got to do is come back into our folder here, and it's going to be inside the same folder. I'm going to double click so we can check it out. And here is our GIF in all its glory, bouncing ball. Well, this is it for this tutorial. This is Rich calling it quits, saying over and out.